YouTube family, what's happening? Was good? Yo, kick it with me for a little bit. So I'm watching one of my favorite channels called Redirecting today. And today Sister Deborah was discussing lies, right? And it's funny because I was gonna make a video on lies because today I was listening to a lot of news and I heard nothing but a lot of lies. Typically that's what you get when you listen to mainstream media promoting their nonsense and their agenda. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that, but I am going to drop one of her videos today in the description box, and I highly recommend not just watching the video but also subscribing to her as well, because she's got some phenomenal content, her and her husband. Anyway, so she was showing lies, right? Not lies on her end, but rather how a lot of the publications that we get today, we don't have easy access to, strictly because of the amount that they would charge for you to get access to these books. For example, just bought a book. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to make a video of it. Just finished it. It was phenomenal. It's called The Lost Boys of Bird Island, right? And I'm not going to get into too much detail as to why it's expensive. However, it's an expensive book and there's very good cause as to why it's so expensive. So she discusses much of why books like that are so expensive, right? In this video that I'm going to put in the description box. But she goes over a very telling verse and chapter in the Bible. It's from 2 Thessalonians 2, where right there, where if you go to chapter 11, or verse 11, it says, "And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion, that they shall believe, or they should believe, a lie," right? And then you can look at the context before it and then thereafter, right? But why is this so important? And I was going to discuss something like this a few days previous, but check this out. So right here, right, this is Earth at perihelion, the Vatican Observatory. A picture of Earth at perihelion. If you don't know what perihelion is, basically the closest that the Earth is to the sun from the Vatican Observatory. How they get a picture, you know what? So many questions based off of this graven image, which shout out to Pastor Vincent Rhodes. He wrote a book called Graven Image. Haven't bought it, but shout out to him, because this is what we're talking about, graven image. Obviously, those within the true earth, level earth community understand that this is a lie. This is an example of us being lied to. This is an example of us being given that strong delusion that 2 Thessalonians is talking about. We're being given a strong delusion. Here's an example of it. Why am I mentioning the Vatican? Because the Vatican is behind much of it. Now, here's the thing. I ain't got no smoke if you Catholic. However, I was born Roman. I was born and raised within that Roman Catholic faith, baptized, given my what's that craziness? My act of reconciliation, communion, confirmation, you name it, I went through it all. Also, I was also a youth minister, Catholic youth minister, where, that's a whole nother thing. That was a whole different life, right? And I was starting to see the church for what it truly was. Now, again, I'm coming back to what we were talking about, the lies, right? The strong delusions. Here it is. And me coming up in the Catholic faith, I started to see it for what it truly was, and I was not at all pleased. Let me show you a little bit more. So yesterday I was on Ghost of Judah Tribe's channel, and I mentioned this. If you're a Roman Catholic, or you've been to Roman Catholic church and all that, as an altar boy, I spent a lot of time within the confines of the Roman Catholic stuff. And a lot of that was within Roman Catholic churches. If you go to the corner closer to the altar in a Roman Catholic church, many of you will find the Virgin Mary. This isn't Jesus's feet, but this is Jesus's mom's, the Virgin Mary, stepping on a serpent or a snake, what appears to be a snake, with her feet on top of a globe earth. Much of that lie, those graven images, right? So you see much of this, more lies, more visuals of lies. Why is that important? Let me show you something else. Let me get this thing popping. Okay, so let me come back to this. First of all, like I said, man, I ain't got no smoke for nobody, but the Roman Catholic Church is going to promote lies all the time. You saw what the Vatican Observatory showed you planet Earth at perihelion. You see the Vatican showing, or rather, they promote stuff like this. The picture of Virgin Mary stepping on a globe Earth as well as a crescent moon, right? They promote this. Let me show you more visuals that are lies. So, like I said, I ain't got no smoke for nobody, but I'm just showing you evidence of this grand delusion, this big lie. Check it out. Hold on now. So here it is, right? 2023, the Catholic Church gives the go-ahead, right? They're going to go ahead. They're going to consecrate marriage between a man, woman, and everything else in between. They're going to consecrate these things, right? Now, look, man, if that's what you want to do, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Me, I am a sinner. I am not a perfect man by any stretch of the imagination. However, in the scriptures, I didn't do it, I didn't write it, but what did God wipe this world out for? Why did he drop what he dropped? Why did he send those angels down to Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And have them do what they did? Why is it that God decided within Genesis that he wanted to cleanse the earth the best way possible by just pouring the faucet on this planet, right? And letting it run and letting the place flood? Why did he do that? Well, part of that is this, right? And then it said in the scriptures that the Most High is going to be coming back, and he's not coming back happy. He's coming back with a sword. However which way you want to decipher that, that's all up to you, right? But the times of Noah, they are upon us. Part of that is many of us falling for this grand delusion. This is part of it. So the Roman Catholic Church, if you don't know, they also wanted to go to countries in Eastern Europe, for example, Poland, and also many countries in Africa, and they're trying to have, the Roman Catholic Church is there, they are trying to have these guys, and go ahead and promote this stuff. However, those churches are basically the last stronghold of any, I'm not going to say what it is, right? But they're the last stronghold of saying no, right? So they're saying, no, we're not going to consecrate this. We're not going to promote more lies. We're not, that's how it is now. Sanctions, right? Removing things and all sorts of just many ways to keep people from living a normal, I'm going to say normal with air quotes, a normal life, right? So they will remove a lot of what these people are normally used to so that their churches can promote this type of lifestyle. This is all part of the grand lie, the great and strong delusion. If you agree with this lifestyle, that's all up to you. I'm not telling you not to, right? And I don't have no smoke for you if you do. However, it is not me. I am not the Most High, but he makes it clear and cut what is right and what is wrong. He does. The scriptures tell you what is right and what is wrong. There is right and there is wrong. There is the truth and then there is the lie. This is part of that lie that I've been just mentioning here within this video. You don't have to agree with me. You don't, right? I'm not trying to make you to agree with me, but I want you to open your eyes. They're going to promote this in your movies. They're going to promote this in your TV shows, in your music, and they're going to call it okay. And then they're going to bring it to your schools. They're going to bring it to the kids' schools and say that this is okay. They're going to tell you that. They're going to tell you to inject yourself with certain poisons. That's all right. They're going to tell you that. They're going to tell you it's okay. But at the end of the day, there is right and there is wrong. You're going to, at some point, you're going to have to throw your hands up and say, enough is enough. You're going to have to take a step back. You're going to have to blink a few times, and then you're going to have to look and see what is truly right and what is truly wrong. You're going to have to separate yourselves from the lie that comes from men and the truth that comes from the Most High. You're going to have to do it. At some point, you're going to have to do it. Anyway, YouTube family, that's all I got. Listen, man, I'm not trying to stir the pot. I just want you guys to think, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put what I promised in the description box. I want you guys to go ahead, take a look at it and see it for what it is. See for yourselves. I don't have no smoke for nobody. I'm just here to bring to you the truth. All right. Wish y'all nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. Most of all, wisdom. Please be wise, be safe, be good, be honest, and be upfront. Right. Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth. Call a strike a strike from when you see it. All right. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.